Everyone here, this is Jesse, known as the Dark Knight, and I am in the application called Loopit. It is an Android game, or Android platform rather, that allows you to make your own games. And as you can see, I have a plethora of games that I have made in this platform. But I'm going to focus on one of my games today. It's a classic one from 1994 that was originally played on the PC called Operation Inner Space. And the original game was just an awesome game, and I don't have as much time to play on my laptop as I'd like to, so I decided to make a mobile version using the Loopit platform. So I'm going to show you the game here. Also, if you're interested in the original PC game, I'm going to include YouTube links to other people's YouTube channels where I found some of the game footage, so you can contrast and compare. But this Loopit game is available to you on Android. I believe you can also play this on Apple if you have the Loopit app. So I'm going to go ahead and hit tap on it here and give you a run through. Let me restart that. Sorry. I want you to see the splash screen. There we go. All right. So here we go. Operation Inner Space. This is a custom splash screen I made for it. Now tap start. There's the original bouncing ship in the 1994 game Operation Inner Space. We're going to hit initiate link. Here's the standard instruction screen for the first mission briefing that would come up in the game on the PC. And here is a system manual that I made that gives you a detailed version of the instructions for this exact mobile game. And I did my very best to include all original gameplay features from the original game in this mobile version. And this has been probably like at least a month of development, like every day me working on this game in all my spare time, which has not been much. So you have your combat controls: manual fire, autopilot, speed boost, and cloak. Just like the original game, only I added my own special things like auto fire. Let's see here, noble artifacts. These are the noble weapons that you could unlock by defeating the inner demon and by feeding the dragons on the corners energy. Each of these weapons is fully functional in this game. This took me a while to make it work, but now it's working great. You can also toggle them on and off in the ship factory if you don't want to use them. Faction protocols. You have friend or foe. I'll explain that in a minute. Enforcers from the original game, and also allies, and of course they are enemies. And then database and cloud, that just tells you about how the game saves all of your progress and all your favorite ships. You can also save them as favorites in the ship factory, just like the original game. So we're going to tap understood. Now we get to choose our faction. We have 4 original factions from the original game under Loyalist fleets: Avengers, Fuzzy Ones, Knights, and Predators. From the Rogue Outlaws, it's Pirates, Speed Demons, Renegades. And then the other original, which was not a playable faction, it was an NPC, but now I've made it playable, are the Enforcers. You can actually play as an Enforcer and have the Enforcers help you. I also created a new faction called Friend or Foe, because in the original game, if you shot allies, they would become your enemies. I was not able to make that work with the Loyalist fleets at the top, so I had to create a separate faction just for that purpose. And then I came up with an idea on the very bottom. If you want to be a neutral player, you have no faction. But you'll still have no faction allies, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to just go ahead and tap on, let's see, we'll do Avengers real quick. Here's all your options. Select mission type. You got single player, multiplayer, dogfight. Mirror match was my own idea. Dogfight was from the original game, but the mirror match was my own idea. It works great. The sector race, I have a race in there like the original game, and the Battle of the Inner Demon. We're going to go through each mode here, and I'll show you the different factions. So here's single player mode. Auto fire is not enabled. I'm going to go ahead and enable that. And I have the noble weapons already active, but I'm going to go ahead and turn them off just to give you an idea here. I'm also going to show you the features here of the ship factory. So I gave you a large color varieties. You can change the colors of the ships. Here's many of the original ships. I have almost all the original ships in this game. There's a few I need to fix the orientation where they're not facing the right way, and I got to remove the black backgrounds, which I'll do that later. But added to the original ships that came with the game, I've added my own. I added 2 Batwings right there. I have, let's see here, we're going to get further down. Also, I couldn't make the collapsing X-Form, so I made the collapsed version as a special ship. Here is the Independence Day Alien Fighter Craft. I added that. I love that one. Let's see here. Here's a couple ones that the game generated itself. I have the Starship Enterprise, the Millennium Falcon, a TIE Fighter, X-Wing Fighter. This is a Boba Fett ship, the Slave One. This is the Bird of Prey, the Klingon ship. This is the Enforcer from the original game. Here is the Fiery Soul. This was not even a ship. This is what would like take your ship and move it between different levels. So I made it an actual ship. And then here, if you're familiar with Raiden Trad on arcade and Super Nintendo, I have both of these right here, red and blue. In fact, here, I'm going to go back. You can also turn off the sound effects, which I'm going to do right now, just so you don't have to hear all that. So let's go back to the ships. And then go back down here. Let's see, where were we? Yeah, so the Raiden Trad from the original Super Nintendo and arcade. I have both the beefed up versions. Once you max them out, the red and blue. I also have the original unmaxed out versions of each one. I have the Star Fox R-Wing from the original Star Fox Super Nintendo game. I also have the SWAT Cats Turbo Cat from the cartoon series SWAT Cats from the 90s. I have Mando's Razor Crest from The Mandalorian. I have a Blackbird. I have a Stealth Fighter and a Stealth Bomber. I have the Space Invaders ship. And I have some just other random ones that I found online that I thought were pretty cool. Some classic things here. And I have a lot more awesome ships I plan on adding to this game. So this game is going to be continually getting updates. It's going to be a great game. For weapons, we have the default blaster, nano bombs, axes, and then you have some original weapons and some weapons that I just created that are just emojis, which are just hilarious and fun to use. So you have a wide variety of different weapons you can use. I have some phasers here, lasers, fish. This is the energy spike here from Raiden Trad. This one here that I have selected is a random one, the Chaos Launcher. This will literally fire random weapons from every weapon in this ship factory, which is really cool. Secondary weapons are straight missile or heat-seeking missile. They are fully functional. You have hull upgrades. You have a shield with different upgrades, and you can choose your shield to be even or front, left, and right and back, just like in the Star Trek games, like the original Starship Enterprise. You have the cloak. You can cloak your ship with various upgrades. You can have custom exhausts. You can use shapes. You can use these special emojis I put in here, which I'll be adding more exhausts later. These colors up here will change the colors of the shapes, just not the emojis. And then these are the noble weapons, the artifacts that you get from feeding energy to the 4 dragons in the inner demon mode in the corners, which I will show you those in a minute. These significantly change the gameplay. And then here's where you can save your favorite ships. This is cloud saved, so when you save your ships, they will still be in here. You can delete them. It'll give you a confirmation dialog. Do you really want to do it? You can change the name, hit the edit button, and then you can save current and keep making new ships. If you don't name it, it's just going to say Elite Ship, and you can rename it. So you can basically customize your own ships. Customize the colors of each ship. Customize what weapon you want, what secondary weapon. It'll save your hull configuration, shield, cloak, exhaust, everything for each ship. It'll save them, so you don't have to keep changing everything. You can just always go over here and just pick your favorite ships and enjoy playing them in the game. So this sector is clear. The goal of this is to collect all of the files that are in each level. I'm going to go ahead and hit the autopilot, which should take me to the exit goal. There we go. We're going to start over. And now I'm going to choose the friend or foe faction, and I'm going to show you what happens here. Now, I have the noble weapons engaged. Let me turn off the sound effects. I have the noble weapon engaged, which is obviously making me invulnerable, making all the files automatically come near me, giving me 5 protectors, and bouncing off enemy fire. I'm going to go ahead and take those off, as I meant to do earlier. You can toggle them on and off once you have achieved them, just to show you the real gameplay. Now I'm gonna hit help. Here, actually, let me restart this. So we're gonna self-destruct. Yeah, I have a self-destruct mode, which is awesome. Of course, I got killed before it could happen. So let's go back here. friend or foe, multiplayer. So I'm going to hit the help. You will be surrounded by allies that will help you and protect you and fire at enemies. You can see files left. There's a counter for that, point counter, wallet counter. You've got in the HUD, you've got your shield, your hull, your fuel. It counts how many kills, allies, enemies, and pilots are on board in the multiplayer. You get credits by the files you collect and destroy, as well as those done by your allies. Now, I'm going to show you what happens when you fire at your allies. So I'm going to hit help. I'm going to turn my auto fire on. Wait for it. Now they're all enemies, and I'm dead. So be careful if you're doing that without the noble weapons. Here's enforcers. You can have the enforcers also be your helpers, which are really cool. And same thing with them. If I fire at them, they should all become my enemies, and they immediately killed me. Okay. So I'll give you a taste of that. You can play around with the other factions you want later. I'm just going to pick a random. Now let's do the dogfight. Dogfight will pick a random ship with random configuration equal to your own configuration to give you a very nice, like, dogfight effect. Now this enforcer, they come out of nowhere, so you got to deal with them. They're basically the police of the galaxy. And this is all like supposed to be a computer simulation, like inside a computer, which is why you're destroying and collecting files. The original Interspace game used the actual file icons on your actual computer, which is awesome. Here's the mirror match that I came up with, my own idea. It literally will match me against my exact ship configuration. So this is really cool. I got this idea from like Mortal Kombat, where you had like the mirror match mode, where you fought yourself in the original game. So I added that to here, so I can have the same special mode here. You can also hit help. You have a speed boost that'll help you get out of the way. I can use my cloak, autopilot. I can call the ambulance. Let me show you the ambulance. Let's go back to the mirror match. Here's the ambulance from the original game. I did redesign it a little bit, but that will refill your. It'll come on every 30 seconds. It'll refill your shield, hull, and fuel when you need it. You also have manual fire you can hold down as well here. And hopefully, I'm dead. Okay. There's also a leaderboard. It shows you a leaderboard for the best players with the most points. Here's the race, 3-second count. Now the enemy will not move until you do, and then I'm gonna hit speed boost and I'm gonna take off. So I'll let you play around with the race. I'm not gonna show you too much of this, but it's pretty basic. You can also hide the HUD with this arrow here if you want more like screen time or screen area. I'm going to go ahead and hit self-destruct, but once you do the first 3 laps, it'll end this race and you'll be the winner unless the enemy beats you. So, I'm going to have fun but can't call the ambulance, not when I'm self-destructing. Boom. And the self-destruct, that was my own idea as well. And lastly, here's Battle of the Inner Demon. Here he is from the original game. And I'm going to turn my auto fire on. I'm going to turn on help. I guess no help is coming. But it would if I turn on the noble weapons. So here are the dragons. I'm feeding them energy, and they are giving me their energy, their special orbs, which that's how you obtain the noble weapons that I was telling you about. And the reason why those orbs are coming straight to me is because I still have some of the noble weapons engaged. So I'm going to turn, I have all of them. I'm going to turn them all off here, though. Let's see, it's being a little glitchy, but that's okay. Usually, though, you can toggle them on and off just fine. Maybe not in this mode. Actually, I think the game just froze. Probably because of my internet. But anyway, there's a preview of the game. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to have a link in the description for you to play this game on Loopit. And I also have links for the other PC gameplay that I found that other people made. So that way you can compare both games. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe and come back for more. I'll talk to you later.